Hello students, this is the third part of the fourth chapter of your history book, that is the Mughal Empire. Jahangir. After Akbar dead, his son Nuruddin Muhammad Jahangir succeeded to the throne. Jahangir consolidated the huge empire he had inherited. First, he crushed the rebellion of his son Khusro. For this, he had the Sikh leader Guru Arjan executed as he was helping Khusro. This caused a long conflict between the Sikhs and the Mughals. Jahangir was also known as Prince Salim. In 1613, Jahangir defeated Rana Amar Singh of Mewar and allowed him to rule over his kingdom on the condition that he would remain loyal to the Mughals. In 1620, Jahangir conquered Kangra. He also tried to expand the Mughal Empire in the Deccan. He recaptured the Ahmednagar fort, which was freed from Mughal control towards the end of Akbar's reign. But Malik Ambar, the military commander of Ahmednagar, did not allow the Mughals to conquer other regions in the Deccan. In the northwest, Jahangir lost Kandahar to the Persians. This proved to be a major loss as the trade routes between India and West Asia passed through Kandahar. Jahangir continued Akbar's policy of religious tolerance and winning over Rajput chiefs. Jahangir provided stability to the Mughal Empire. He was a people's ruler. Like his father, he looked after his subjects well. He was a well-read man and was fond of art and literature. Mughal paintings during his reign were much appreciated. Jahangir granted trading rights to the Portuguese and English traders. In 1612, the English set up a trading post at Surat. In 1615, Sir Thomas Roe, the ambassador of the King of England, visited Jahangir's court and received many trading rights and concessions from him. Do you know, students, it is believed that Jahangir had installed a chain of justice outside his palace. Whoever had any complaint could ring the bell any time and speak to the emperor directly. Jahangir's wife Mehrun Nisa was also known as Nur Jahan. She was very powerful in Jahangir's court. Jahangir took her advice and on important issues. Once when he fell ill, Nur Jahan managed the affairs of the empire. The coins issued in her name proved that she was as powerful as the emperor himself. However, Nur Jahan's growing influence on Jahangir and her interference in matters of state alarmed Prince Khurram, and the two had conflicts. After Jahangir's death, Nur Jahan retired from public life. After Jahangir died, Sihabuddin Muhammad Shah Jahan ascended the throne after defeating his brothers. He accused his brother Prince Shahryar and his two sons. Initially, Shah Jahan had to face many revolts. He crushed a revolt in Bundelkhand easily. Then there was a revolt in the Deccan by the Afghan rulers. In 1633, he annexed Ahmednagar. He also signed a treaty of peace with Bijapur and Golconda after they accepted Mughal suzerainty. Having consolidated his position in the Deccan, Shah Jahan sent an army to Central Asia, to Balkh and Badakhshan, in order to annex Timur's capital Samarkand to the Mughal Empire, but this campaign failed. He also failed to recover Kandahar from the Persians. Finally, he gave up his mission. Shah Jahan was also known as Prince Khurram. The reign of Shah Jahan was good. The kingdom was prosperous. European traders continued their trading activities in different parts of the empire. Whoever refused to pay customs duty to created trouble was punished and made to trade on the terms of the state. During Shah Jahan's reign, architecture witnessed tremendous growth. He built a new city called Shahjahanabad and made it his capital. He built the Eidgah and Jama Masjid in Delhi. He commissioned the Jami Masjid within the Dargah of Sufi Saint Muinuddin Chishti at Ajmer. He also built Jahangir's mausoleum at Lahore. He laid many gardens, the most famous among them being the Shalimar Garden in Kashmir. The most famous monument for which Shah Jahan is best known is the Taj Mahal, which he constructed in the memory of his wife Mumtaz Mahal. While he was a patron of art and architecture, Shah Jahan forbade the construction of Hindu temples and even destroyed some, including one at Orcha. Shah Jahan spent the last 8 years of his life imprisoned in the Agra fort, that is 1658 to 1666. He was looked after by his daughter Jahanara.